With so many social media platforms, thousands of new trends, and the constant pressure to go viral, marketing can feel like a never ending maze. If you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or a marketer who wants to reach their true marketing potential, then this episode is for you.
Yeah, that's right. Marketing can get overwhelming. Every platform has its own rules, new trends pop up all the time, and it feels like there's always some new hack to try out. It's a lot to keep up with, and if you're a solopreneur or even a seasoned marketer, it's easy to get lost and lose sight of what's important.
Exactly. All these elements can make marketing feel complicated and get very stressful, but they don't have to be. By focusing on just two core goals, you can cut the fuzz and simplify your marketing strategy to make sure you're heading in the right direction. Make sure to watch the entire episode and tune in to learn the two core goals to keep your marketing on track and effective. As always, guys, by tuning in, you choose to stay up to date with the latest digital marketing news.
Yep, and just in the last few days, I'm sure most of you heard about CrowdStrike, a cybersecurity company that had an update that caused Windows to crash globally. This caused thousands of companies to stop their businesses and about $5.4 billion. It especially hurt airlines. I know personally, I was at the hospital when my son was being born, and I know that the nurses were complaining about the systems rebooting.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And I also had a friend try to go to Tennessee, and I know that it affected him heavily as far as him trying to, get the tickets right and finding out about layovers and stuff. It was quite the circus show.
The ordeal, yeah. In other news, guys, there is a new website builder in town, and it's called Webflow. Webflow grew over 26% in the last 12 months, and it's starting to gain some market share. So Webflow is a visual website builder comparable to Wix and Squarespace. Don't get me wrong, guys, WordPress is still number one, followed by Shopify and Wix, but there is a new website builder. It's called Webflow. So if you're looking to create a website, Webflow does allow you to do that. It's a great tool. That's all for our news segment today. Make sure you guys follow to always stay up to date and always stay in the know with the latest marketing news by following Unapologetic Marketers. If you're new here, I'm your host, Dev Frank, full stack web developer and digital marketer who has worked with multiple multi-million-dollar brands and can help you reach your marketing goals.
And I'm your co-host, Carlos Arceo, SEO and digital marketing specialist. And just like Frank, I'm here to help you guys with your marketing goals.
Perfect, guys. As always, make sure you guys tune into the entire episode to really get all the knowledge that is being spilled in this episode. If you guys are marketers or, in the marketing world, let's face it, marketing today can feel like a never-ending circus with countless social media platforms, nonstop new trends, and the constant pressure to go viral. It's easy to get overwhelmed. So today, we're helping you bring clarity into your marketing strategies and campaigns by telling you the two core goals your marketing strategies need to target every time. The first goal for your strategies that they need to target is to drive traffic to your website. Yes, that simple. You need your marketing to drive traffic and bring in users. So instead of getting lost in every new marketing trend, focus on proven methods like SEO, content marketing, social media, and paid ads.
Yeah, that's correct. I think a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs get a little confused and they think the first thing they have to do is focus on sales. But before you can get sales, you have to find out how you can get traffic to come to your platform. The more traffic that you drive to your platform, the more opportunity you will have to capitalize on this traffic and convert these users into potential customers. Driving traffic is about attracting visitors to your website or platform. So let's break some strategies down to be, kind of straightforward and talk about how they can be effective. One way is SEO. SEO is about making your website visible to search engines. Good content marketing means creating stuff that people find valuable and want to share. Social media helps you engage with your audience, and paid ads can boost your reach.
Yeah, and each of these strategies, they're really just made to increase your online visibility and attract potential customers. Um, so, without getting caught up in the latest trends, if you are interested in learning more about SEO, make sure you guys tune in to some of our previous episodes where we do dive deeper into those topics and share key strategies that you can implement immediately to boost your online visibility. But going back a little bit, why should you focus on driving traffic and why is it good for business?
Yeah, so focusing on driving traffic ensures that you're consistently bringing new visitors to your platform, which is crucial for growth and conversions. You want to get users to your website where you are in control, because platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, they're not really meant for businesses. They want to keep your users engaged and keep their users on their platforms, and they don't necessarily care about how it affects your platform or your goals. So you're always going to be at the mercy of these other platforms. You're always going to be limited by their platform functionality.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. And um, guys, platforms like Facebook, platforms like Instagram, these social media platforms, they're not meant for businesses. They're not meant to sell your products. They're not meant to sell your services. All right. These platforms are created to engage with their own users and keep those users on their platforms. They don't want them to leave. So, what you have to do is you have to drive your marketing strategies, they have to drive those users and traffic to your website where you are in control, where you have the power, where you can tell the users exactly what you want them to do and you're in control. That's the main point of this, guys. Is you want to bring you want to bring that traffic in and bring those users to an area where you're in control and you have the power. Um, let's keep it going though. That was the first core goal that your marketing strategy should be targeting. So the first goal is going to be to drive traffic to your website. Going on to the next core goal, Carlos, what is our second core goal that we truly believe in?
Yeah, so obviously, like Frank said, the first goal is to drive traffic to your website. But then what? What do you do with that traffic? Well, the next thing you have to do, the next thing a good marketer would tell you to do, is to capture lead data. Capturing lead data involves collecting information from your visitors to build a relationship and personalize your marketing. One of the things that Frank and I learned when we worked together is that data tells a story. So you have to collect that data, see what story it tells you, and then move on from there, right? So that's gonna be our second core, is capturing lead data, and it's something you should have as a marketer as your second goal, is capturing lead data and growing your email list. It's all about getting valuable information from your audience, like their email addresses and contact information. This helps build a connection with them. That's why we have a thing called NAP that we put on most of our websites on the pages, which is name, address, and yeah, where's the P stand for again?
Phone
I'm
numbers.
blanking out here. Phone
No,
number.
oh god,
You
phone
wanna
numbers.
you wanna make it easy for them to contact you. You want to make it easy for them to have a communication with you where you can gather their information and data so you can follow up with them. That's something in sales that you learn. It's the follow up.
Yeah, no, and a way you can do this is, offering incentives like a free guide or offering discounts in exchange for that contact detail. It can be very effective, and having lead capture forms on your site is only going to make it easier for your visitors to sign up. So you want them to sign up, for your newsletter. You want them to sign up for your and fill out a form for your service, or you want them to go ahead and actually, you know, buy your product and service on your page immediately. So you want to be collecting this lead data so you can go ahead and grow your email list. An email list is going to be so powerful for you. Email marketing has some of the best ROI, and if you're not capturing lead data, you're going to be missing out on that email list. You're not going to be growing it, and you're going to be missing out on that potential, ROI from that email marketing.
Yeah, so like Frank said, right, you want to capture that information, but how do you do that? You have to have an even exchange. So you have to offer them value in order for them to give you their information. One of the things I always tell people is look at other websites. Look at like Walmart or Best Buy or PetSmart, and then see how they kind of try to incentivize you to give away your information, right? Like maybe they try to give you a discount or a free product or something. And that's what you have to do to get that information, to build that email list. And then secondly, what you want to do to help you organize that information is use a CRM system. A CRM system will help you organize and use this data to create targeted campaigns. Because as we all know, it's all about making your marketing more personal and relevant.
Yeah, and one thing to keep in mind, guys, is, remember, you do want to be transparent about how you're going to be using this data and follow all the privacy regulations that, do apply in your area. But you want to build this trust with your audience. Capturing that lead data, cannot tell you how important that is. Grow your email list. It's going to allow you to stay in constant contact with your potential customers, and when they're ready to become a transaction and they're ready to go ahead and actually purchase or use your service, you're going to be in their mailbox. You're going to be right there, top of mind, and they're going to see you so much that trust is going to start building. It just happens naturally. You trust in those brands that you constantly see. Most of the times, we're not going to trust something the first time we see it, right? The first brand that pops up, we may not trust it. But by growing your email list, you'll be able to go ahead and actually stay in their mailbox, stay at the top of their minds, and be in that constant contact, and gaining that trust, creating that trust between you and your users, you and your potential customers, by capturing that. But let's also not forget, guys, email marketing has some of the best ROI. I know I just mentioned it, but it's very important. I realize that most of us don't understand how powerful it is to create this, email marketing list. So make sure you guys have a form on your website that a user can input their details so you can capture that. That's going to be the second core goal, guys, is really your marketing. Any strategies you have, any campaigns, they should focus on these two core goals, right? It's either going to be, and it's really 1A and 1B. Both of these are truly important. But you really want to be focusing on, A, driving traffic to your website, and B, capturing that lead data and growing your email list. So that's what we have for you today. Carlos, any thoughts?
Yeah, and then remember what Frank said is that you have to incentivize people to voluntarily give you their information. And the way you do that is by providing value. So as Frank was saying, right, like email marketing has some of the best ROI, which is true, but you also have to keep in mind that you can't be spammy. You have to give, every time you send out an email, or most of the time, you have to give value, right? So I'm sure if you open up your personal email inbox, you're gonna have a bunch of stuff you're gonna just run through and delete, but some of them are gonna stand out because some of them provide value to you. You're probably gonna read what it says. You might not click on some of their call to action buttons, but you're probably going to at least read it. And think about those businesses and how they engage with you, and then try to emulate that when you make an email marketing campaign. Try to find ways that you can also offer that kind of value to where people, when they see you on their inbox, they don't just say, delete, it's spam. Always offer value, and don't just be like another like spammy, gimmicky email marketing campaign.
I hate that. I have so many emails I delete immediately, but when it does come to the time that me as a consumer, I'm ready to like buy or something, I'll be like, oh, I remember I saw that one discount in my mailbox. Let me go back to that.
Yep,
So,
yep.
the email marketing, guys, even though we all have our mailbox full of spam, it does work. So make sure you guys are building that up. These are the two core values that we did want to go ahead and share with you guys, just right off the top. But that's all for today's episode. We've talked about how to cut through the noise by focusing on driving traffic and capturing leads. By sticking to these core values, you can truly simplify your marketing strategy and feel more confident in your approach that you will be successful.
Yes, sir. And one thing I want to point out is what we start off in the beginning when we talked about how there's always like new trends and new things that are like hot right now. Don't focus on those things, guys. It's always about the core values, which is something that we're going to expand on moving forward. If you focus on the core values, and then you can kind of grow from there, right? Don't focus on the hot thing now or try these 5 steps. It's always about core values, good content, and value that you're providing to your audience. But I think that's it for today.
Perfect, guys. And as always, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys, tune into the entire episode. If you guys haven't checked out some of our past podcasts, we have some of the best quality content that we're able to provide to you, secrets in the marketing world. So make sure you guys go back, listen to this, and subscribe so you guys can stay up to date with the latest, digital marketing trends and news. That's it for us today, guys, at Unapologetic Marketers. Truly appreciate you guys tuning in and listening, and we'll see you guys next time.